Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. Once again, we have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather that has been issued for portions of northwestern Texas in the orange shaded area today, including Big Spring, San Angelo, and Abilene in the orange shaded region. We have a slight risk covering areas of west and central Texas through Kerrville, Brownwood, Stephenville, up through Lubbock in the yellow. And then we have a marginal risk covering the western half of Texas, the western half of Oklahoma, far eastern Colorado and New Mexico, most of Kansas and Nebraska, southwest Iowa, northwestern Missouri in the dark green, and another slight risk of severe weather across far eastern Colorado, western Kansas, and southwestern Nebraska in this yellow shaded area up here. And taking a look at our tornado probabilities within 25 miles of a location today, we have a 5% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of a location across areas of northwestern Texas in the brown shaded region, including areas like Lubbock, Post, Snyder, Sweetwater, Abilene, Big Spring, Winters, and Bollinger, Texas. Make sure you're on guard for a few scattered tornadoes. If you live across the brown shade area today, have your tornado shelter plan in place because yesterday's 5% tornado threat overperformed. And the same could happen again today. We have a 2% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of a location across much of West Texas through the Panhandle, far western Oklahoma, far eastern Colorado, western central Kansas, and south central Nebraska in the dark green area. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated spin-up tornado today if you live across these green shade areas. Taking a look at our damaging wind threat for today, a 15% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location is in effect for areas like Lubbock, Abilene, San Angelo, Brownwood, and Kerrville in the yellow shade area this afternoon and evening. Make sure you're on guard for scattered damaging wind gusts if you live across the yellow shade area, and a 5% damaging wind risk across much of western Texas through the Panhandle, Oklahoma, eastern New Mexico, far eastern Colorado, most of Kansas, northwest Missouri, southwest Iowa, most of the state of Nebraska in the brown. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated damaging wind gust in the brown shade area today. And then if you live across areas of far eastern Colorado, western Kansas, and south central Nebraska, you're also under a 15% damaging wind risk for the day as well. And finally, taking a look at, once again, our biggest concern, large destructive hail. Now, first looking down at Texas, we have a 30% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location today in the red shade area, in areas like Post, Snyder, Sweetwater, Abilene, Winters, Bollinger, San Angelo, and Eden, Texas. Make sure you're parking your cars in the garage this afternoon and evening, as another day of large destructive hail is likely across these areas. And even if you live in locations like Lubbock, La Mesa, Big Spring, Big Lake, Sonora, Brady, Brownwood, Junction, you also have the potential in this hatched area to see golf ball to tennis ball to baseball size hail, and softball size hail is likely to occur with some of these storms today as it occurred yesterday in the hatched area. Make sure you're parking your cars in the garage if you live in the hatched area. 15% chance of hail in the yellow and a 5% large hail risk in the brown. We also have a 15% hail risk across portions of southwestern Nebraska, western Kansas, far eastern Colorado in this yellow shaded area here. Now, timing out the storms across the south central plains as we go into 4 o'clock, big supercell storms will develop once again near Abilene and Big Spring, Texas, producing large destructive hail, as will watch around southwestern Texas as well. Some of these storms in northeastern Mexico could wander in, going into 5, 6 o'clock. Numerous large destructive hailstorms across northwestern Texas, down through San Angelo and Abilene. Also watch out in areas of southeastern Texas. The HRRR wants to develop a big hail-producing supercell this afternoon and evening down here as well. Going into 7 o'clock, Uh, Large hail and damaging winds will be likely across much of western and northwestern Texas, western Kansas. And then going through the overnight, these storms will push to the east, producing damaging winds across areas like Stephenville, through Brady, through Mason, and then going into midnight, we could see these storms push through areas like Austin, Waco, Temple as they weaken before they fall apart through tomorrow morning. So another day of severe weather. As our relentless severe weather continues, make sure you're preparing for large destructive hail this afternoon and evening if you live across areas of northwestern Texas, as well as some scattered tornadoes. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.